Hello everyone, welcome to Astrozodia. Today we are going to see the effects of the planet Sun in the first house. Now, of course, we have a North Indian style chart today, and Ascendant and the sequence of houses will not change for the North Indian chart. So, this house will always be the Ascendant, and in a sequence, we go to house number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now let us first place Sun here. Sun is in your ascendant. In your Kundli, if you find the planet Sun is placed here, it means you are born with qualities of administration, the confidence and willpower will always be there, and you will naturally face the urge to outshine others wherever you go, be it in a corporate setting or even in your school days. Whatever you do, you have to be number one in that. So that urge or that motivation will be a deciding factor of your ego. Of course, these people do have inflated egos. They always have a self of importance. They have a high self importance and self image when compared to others. And when Sun is in this house, depending on the zodiac sign, the effects might change. So first we can have Aries. If Sun is in the ascendant and the ascendant happens to be Aries zodiac sign, you will have an amalgam, a mix of Martian energy through the zodiac sign Aries mixing with Sun. So a touch of aggression. The way you speak to people would be clear, direct, even I'd say forceful. You would always make sure it is okay to hurt other people than to have miscommunication. So you would always have the clarity in what you say. You would have a high tone first of all, or you would make your aura, your presence felt among the audience. And of course, you are always looking for competition. So the competitive side of Sun will be here. So these people who have Sun in Aries in the ascendant, they have a mark on themselves actually. So they just their entire life, if you take into consideration, everything and anyone is a target that needs to be accomplished. Everything is a challenge. They cannot have the second place. The worst thing that can happen to them is finishing second. So that nature, the competitive edge is there, and of course it can add to your benefits if you use it wisely, if you shape your character and personality in that regard. But of course, there are places where you need to be more outgoing and easy in terms of relationships, in terms of people who you meet in a romantic life. So sadly, Sun in this house, um, people with this placement have a little bit of a rough edge when it comes to personal relationships because everything is a competition. They constantly judge themselves with others who come into their lives. So if it's a colleague, it's okay. You're gonna have a conflict with them. You're gonna have a fight with them, literally for promotion. So that is okay when it comes to sports, when it comes to your work and career. But when it comes to your personal relationships, this ego and this competitive edge needs to be put on check. You have a tendency to never accept defeat, which is appreciable. That would actually take you places. But there are situations where you have to accept the fact that the other person's idea is better than yours. So this is for example, we can take a corporate setting. In any group discussion, if you have an ability to grasp and accept another person's point of view, then this Sun, you can utilize the energy in a positive manner. On the other hand, if the Sun is a little bit in a problematic, situation, uh, even though your idea is okay, you would not be willing to accept that the other person's ideas or their point of view may be correct. It's always my way or the highway. So this nature of friction, it I have seen personally. I have seen such people in my workplace, and it's just they end up being a loner. They just go to their own. They have their own sphere of influence. They have their own team of people who listen to them, the people who always say yes to them. So these kind of people become their audience. So this entirely turns up as a person who has his own set of followers, person who is not willing to adjust or to change his point of view. But the good news is this entire thing is only up to the age of let's say 27 to 30. That's when the planet Sun attains maturity. It just it changes your personality into a more mature person, a person who embraces leadership by way of serving others. Very high political leaders, people who have power and influence, those people have this placement. If you are a person who have this placement, just chart out your life. Pave your way ahead, and decide what kind of a person you wish to be remembered, your entire legacy. So that kind of an outlook, if you start thinking, then of course these petty politics will not stand in your way. I wish you the very best to all those who have this placement. It's really, a very potential placement, a very dynamic one. If you have Aries as the ascendant and Sun in the Aries ascendant. Now, Sun has an aspect. It's a seventh aspect. So if you have Aries in the ascendant and Sun is there, it is going to directly look at the seventh house of Libra. Now, Libra is of course naturally it's the house of Venus, the house where the softness and gentleness of human tendency is beautifully displayed by Venus here. So it represents love, romance. It represents the affection, nurture that we have among each other. So when Sun aspects that, in a positive sense, it is going to focus entirely on it. It just outshines it. So you, as a soft person, as a gentle, caring person, would make sure your personal relationships are taken care of. That whether you're a husband or a boyfriend, you take care of your partner, and you give importance to them and space to them in your life. Of course, all this description is after the Sun is matured, post 30 years of age. That's when you become the figurative father of a family, the leader, the breadwinner of a family. So you take charge, you accept challenges that you endure in your family. Of course, when it comes to disagreements, you have your point of view and you stand by it, which is appreciable. But of course, make sure you are broad minded enough to take care of other people's ideas and point of interest as well. So with that, of course, Sun doesn't have any other aspects. So this is a beautiful placement. I'm sure you can put it to good use. Not many people have this kind of placement, mainly because the Sun here is amplified. And I would say why? Because Sun is exalted in the house of Aries. So in the zodiac sign of Aries, the planet Sun gets exalted, and that too if it is at plus or minus 2 or 3 degrees to 10 degrees of Aries. That is the exact degree of exaltation. So if you have Sun from, let's say, 5 degrees of Aries to 15 degrees of Aries, you could say that your Sun is in a very vital, very powerful position, capable of giving you great heights, fame, social class, respect, irrespective of your station of birth. You may come from a low level financial situation, but of course, as you gradually grow older, your sphere of influence, your connections, contacts, of course, it also brings in wealth, and I could even say recognition from the government. So the entire life will kind of revolve around power, fame, status, respect, rank, all those things. So of course, with this, we can end the session. The next video would be about Sun in Taurus. And there we would discuss about the softness of it, because it's, of course, the planet Venus. So Sun and Venus, it's kind of a unique situation. So let us discuss that in the next video. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. I have my number here for you, and I do have consultations. So if you have any, if you need any assistance from me, please reach out to me. And if you like this video, you can give a thumbs up. And if you want anything else to be added, please let me know in the comment section. Have a great day.